Even though hashtag Recast T'Challa has been going on for nearly a year now, people are just starting to catch on. Specifically due to the hashtag Save T'Challa trending last month on the 27th of December on Twitter. So far there have been so many hurdles and rebuttals when it comes to the matter of recasting a pivotal character like T'Challa in the MCU, who, if I might add, is the focal point of the Black Panther comic and franchise as a whole. But since the unfortunate passing of Chadwick Boseman, the actor and the man who brought awareness of Black Panther to the masses worldwide with his portrayal in the MCU, there seems to be a collective consensus on T'Challa to share the same fate as the late actor that portrayed the character. Who is spearheading this narrative and enforcing it? Why are people who claim to love T'Challa running with this? In this video, I want to analyze 11 concepts and ideologies that enforce the death of T'Challa for the foreseeable future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and how these talking points hurt the Black Panther mythos going forward. Yo. So to begin this off, we're gonna start with the first narrative that was being leaked and advertised and spewed by numbskulls everywhere on the internet. The whole reason for this scene is obviously to commemorate the late actor Chadwick Boseman's passing in the throne room by also making it the fate of the fictional character he played in the films. First things first, this movie is supposed to take place after Endgame, right? If I recall correctly, T'Challa returned from the blip alongside his sister and is alive and well after the events of the latest Avengers conflict with the Mad Titan. He was literally at Tony Stark's funeral. So why all of a sudden he's dead? Again, for the third time. In connection to the funeral scene and T'Challa passing away, there's an idea given by many fans of using the events of Loki and Doctor Strange 2 to spawn a variant of T'Challa to replace the Chadwick Boseman version in MCU 616. That some kind of tragedy befalls T'Challa in our universe, and a variant version from an alternate universe comes to replace him. This variant's Wakanda has fallen or is destroyed, and he has chosen to come to MCU 616 to become the new king. First of all, again, T'Challa isn't dead. Second, using variants to replace or explain nonsensical things that obviously break the flow of continuity is lazy writing. Yeah, you heard me correct. That means I also think the Loki series was also lazy writing. I am honestly not going to reiterate why she shouldn't be taking the mantle again after making 2 videos explaining this. If you want to hear those explanations, pause this video and go watch my videos Top Reasons to Recast and Addressing the Anti-Recast. I'll leave the videos in the description. Once you're done, come back to this timestamp and continue. Now in relation to this video, Shuri taking the mantle while T'Challa is not dead would mean mainly one thing: that after Endgame, T'Challa all of a sudden decided to focus on being a full-time Avenger and pass the mantle of ruler to his sister or something of that manner. But then again, Shuri can't fight, and the actress playing her, no offense, is wild frail. She got injured on set within the first couple months of shooting. Like, come on, yo. Also, doesn't it sound weird that Shuri will take the mantle in Black Panther 2 even though she just came back from the blip with the character in question? No. Lazy writing, and T'Challa is not dead. Killmonger had a great arc that ended at the end of the first film. Bringing him back Loki style is lazy and tiresome. This death scene would have been for nothing if he's brought back.
Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships, because they knew death was better than bondage.
Last thing, Killmonger is not a good person. He's tainted and will never rule justly. So supposedly Manape, and I don't care, that's his alias, I'm gonna stick to it, is to become the new Black Panther. Evidenced by reports stating that Winston Duke gained a substantial pay raise for an expanded role in the new film. Look, I made a whole TikTok about this last month. So now there's rumors saying that M'Baku is going to be the new Black Panther. Why the hell would they do this? So let's say for instance this is true, right? Number one, Manape, you can call him that, it's been his name forever. He's always been a villain. Him and T'Challa never got along and they've always been at odds. Number two, He worships Gekre, the gorilla god, not Hanuman, which they got wrong in the movie. Number 3, in order for him to be the panther, he'd have to pledge his allegiance to Bast, the panther goddess. Number 4, he's not gonna do that. He's a traditionalist. He doesn't conform, which is why him and T'Challa never got along. So it's very obvious that Marvel doesn't know what they're doing with the property, and they could just make things easy and just recast T'Challa. Need I say more? A few people have been suggesting this because some people said that some biracial guy from some fairy tale show was rumored to be recasted as a new Black Panther. So a lot of people have been hinting at the character Casper Cole. Now, I don't like this for the MCU, mainly because, do I have to say it again? Also, T'Challa didn't get to have an arc developing his character like the good old Red, White, and Blue boys. And we're already thinking about having him replaced as the king with some unknown law enforcement from the States. Another ridiculous fan proposal. This encompasses, like stated before, T'Challa dying off somewhere, somehow leaving Nakia widowed. So his son is forced to grow up without his father, and Nakia raises him in honor of T'Challa.
Bitch, no!
Wow, such a great premise. Reinforce breaking the nuclear Black family by having a child grow up in a single parent household by taking away the father and enforcing the strong single mother narrative. Horrible and lazy, man. So like I said, there seems to be this really weird agenda being pushed, and it's trying to stamp that having T'Challa die as the common denominator and the only way to move forward. It doesn't make sense, since he is alive and well after Endgame. Lastly, T'Challa in the canon, aka the comics, is not an easy target and extremely hard to kill. The guy has fought and defeated some of the strongest characters out there and is usually about 5 steps ahead of anyone who plans to ambush him. Him just randomly dying off doesn't make sense. The man embodies all the characters of an apex predator. Didn't y'all learn anything from that boring movie about Thanos' cousins? So what do y'all think? Am I bugging, or do you see what I see? I really want to know what you guys think about having T'Challa die in the MCU for the 3rd time to justify the previous narratives. Are there any other ridiculous story narratives that enforce T'Challa's death in the MCU that I forgot to mention? Let me know in the comments, and please have respectful debates, because that Shadow Realm is waiting if you don't. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell for future videos dropping on the channel. You know the vibes. It's Kazaku Slevin. Appreciate you.